Howdy, everybody. Welcome on into the cargo bay. It's time for a little bit of hobby talk.
Hobby talk?
Hobby talk.
All right, we can do hobby talk.
It's an old school early morning hobby talk, BC.
Ooh, baby, I got 2 cups of coffee running through my system now. I'm working on becoming a human being, which is going to make for great internet content.
I do not have 2 cups of coffee, BC. I'm in trouble here. Keep me afloat.
Okay, I got you. Well, today we're going to be talking about 2023 Finest. 2022 Masterwork, just in time for 2024. We're going to look at a little cargo bay holiday box pricing for your buyer's guide out there. If you're looking to shop for your loved ones or even your mortal enemies, we've got the pricing on those boxes for you. We're going to take a look at some polls, probably not any comments. Got a few PC highlights and the living set.
Wow, BC.
Whoa.
You put this document together. It is a doozy. Let me tell you, I didn't even know 2022 Masterwork was out there. But what is this on the front page, BC?
Oh, it's maybe the greatest card that's ever been produced. That's all.
Look at it. Would you maybe have purchased this, BC? Is that possible?
I did. If anyone watched our 2023 Topps Finest box opening video, shout out to that. Go check it out if you haven't already watched it. It's a barn burner. Just wait for those autos. It's going to blow your mind. Unfortunately, I did not pull this particular auto out of that box, so I had to go find it on electronicbay.com. Have you heard of this website? You basically buy anything.
Okay.
So I found this 99 of 99 Braso autograph by Jablid Simtain, who just doesn't give 2 Fs about his signature.
No.
Really, is what it seems like. But I didn't care. It's his first autograph. As an Andor maniac, I said, it's a green 99 of 99. I gotta have it. I got to. I just have to.
It's the best version of the green parallel, that Omega, in my opinion, BC. And also, that is one of the better signatures I've seen from him. It has more character than most.
I feel like whoever was picking the stickers off and putting them on did a pretty good job, because some of the base Braso autographs, it's like a half of a line with a bit of a squiggle. It's on par with Matt Berry's. I don't give an F autograph. But, this one's got a little bit of character. I don't really know what the squiggle entails. I don't see a J or really an S, which are his initials, which I thought would be the primary things I'd be looking for, but doesn't matter. It's by his own hand, so, I'll take it.
Yeah, I think it's well centered. It's got a little bit of there's a loop in there. So yeah, there's exciting.
A loop. You want an autograph to at least have a loop.
At least one.
If you're gonna
loop.
Get give me a loop if I'm gonna have an auto.
Well, I'm glad you got that, BC. That's an incredible card. And hey, if you're out there, don't forget to like and subscribe. How about that? Let's go on over to the finest slide.
Yes. I figure we do a little recap, put finest to bed. We'll look at some of the highlights, maybe some sales, some sketches. I think, to me, the best part about finest is the inserts. I think the inserts are pretty rad. The Warriors, the moments. The Tales of the Jedi, I could kind of take or leave, because I got a couple real stinkers for my Tales of the Jedi
it's
insert
mostly
set.
stinkers in that set.
Yeah, it's a lot of you have to be a real Tales of the Jedi head to appreciate it, which I'm sure they're out there. And then there are these cool enemies of the Empire, sort of, I guess, like acrylic-y, see-through case hits that are popping up everywhere. That are kind of cool. The base cards are cool, but I think the shining star of 2023 Finest is the inserts.
Yeah, gotta love the Warriors and the moments. This enemies of the Empire card. So yeah, these case hits, they're rare. There are parallels. I saw an orange acetate parallel. Let me give a little critique here.
Ooh,
You're gonna have an
please.
Enemies of the Empire card. I don't know. Maybe use like the portrait photo of Luke in his flight suit. Not like I'm laying my dying father onto the deck of the exploding Death Star, Luke Skywalker. This seems like an odd fit for that particular card, but some of them look really good.
Yeah, if you want peak Luke as the enemy of the Empire, it's when he kills like 6.7 million. It's probably the peak of him being an enemy of the Empire. Is when he just lays waste to millions of lives of Imperial officers and just, deck scrubbers. That's probably peak Luke, enemy of the Empire, as opposed to laying one of the right hands of the Empire slowly to rest.
Yeah, at the end of that era of the Empire.
Yeah.
And also, there might be a publicity photo flying around of Luke in a flight suit. I don't know where there was a camera shooting up at him underneath the the deck of the Death Star. But I think the thing is nobody cares. So
no, I don't think it really matters. It's a cool hit, bro.
Definitely nobody at Papa Topps was thinking about this kind of thing.
They weren't thinking about it. They certainly were not.
But hey, there are some beautiful sketch cards out there. You did not pull one, BC, but it is a possibility.
It is a possibility. I did want to highlight friend of the show, Stefan Leonardi, who has a bunch of great sketches in the set. These are posted on their social media. I found these in the group, the Facebook group, where they regularly post they invite the sketch artist to post their work after the set is released. So we've got that. We've got Angel Aviles, who did lightsabers and planets for this particular series. They also recently sold another artist proof with 6 characters on one card for $5,000 or something. So shout out to you, Angel Aviles, for making that bank, for being a dope artist. We got Jerry Garcia's work. I kind of like the style on this, which is the line drawing and the color on there. There's another page of sketches, but again, just want to highlight the artists, because Topps doesn't always do that.
No. I really like this Rex sketch. It's rad. Well, all right, very cool. Wish you would have pulled one, BC. We're gonna pull a sketch one of these days. I think there's probably a sketch in the cargo hold.
I think you're right. Maybe that 2022 finest. We got another slide of sketchies.
Oh, nice.
Down here too. Again, show some love to the heroes of the top sets who are working much harder than the person who's picking the enemies of the Empire images.
Maybe it was just thought about in a different direction than my brain takes it, No,
I think your brain was right, and I agree with you.
Good, thank you.
You're welcome. I'm also a yes man, so what can I say? We've got apologies to the artist for just mispronouncing your names. This is Veronica Loro. I apologize.
Yes.
Great artist, Bruce. And Cisco Rivera, who routinely does really, really great work, showcasing some helmets of Star Wars, which are super fun to draw, and they do a fantastic job of doing it. So anyone would be lucky to pull one of these fine sketches from an artist in the Topps series.
Very nice, BC. And wow, you got some sales here, BC.
Yeah, look at that top one. Holy simoles. You got a Super Fractor Finest Warriors Ahsoka Tano. Probably one of the cooler cards that is going to come out of this set, I would imagine.
Yeah.
A solid 1500 spot on a best offer accepted, I would imagine, fairly shortly after it was listed for $3,500. The seller said, "You know what? I'll take $1,500. That sounds good to me.
Which I think indicates a little bit where the market has been going, which is, I'd say in general, down, baby. I think
Down, baby.
we're getting to around the holidays. I think people realize they have important things to spend their money on. I think cards dip a little bit maybe in general, but definitely been seeing less interest in things like superfractors over the past several months. Partially, I think, because Star Wars is not at a high point. Ahsoka, whether you loved it or hated it, it was not like, I don't feel like it energized the fan base into a furor. And also,
oh my god, I love when the fan base gets energized in Star Wars.
I'm also saying Führer. Let me spell that for you.
like Adolf Hitler
No,
Führer.
I
Yeah.
am not. No, now I have to
you're
mute.
not?
BC, I literally have to mute that, or YouTube will probably put our video away. But yeah, not like the infamous dictator.
Yeah, no, but we're saying it right, correct?
I don't know.
There was a furor over this. That people felt fury.
Yeah.
There was a furor.
Yeah.
I got it.
Well,
we can
what
cut
I'm saying
this
is that there wasn't. I guess what I mean is,
right.
Aside from people trying to rage bait or some people who were huge fans of the show, people weren't talking about it for weeks after.
I just don't think what's the last thing Star Wars did that caught any kind of like zeitgeist? You know what I mean? Is there what do you think?
Mandalorian
Mando?
season 2.
Season 1? Or season 1, season 2? Yeah. At the end, probably end of season 2.
Yeah.
With Luke coming out. That's been several years now, though, hasn't it?
Yeah, I guess
so. For a few years.
So maybe it's not tied as much to that. I also think that father fanatics washing the market with like 30 sets this year is definitely people who have the thousands of dollars to spend on superfractors for thousands of dollars have spent a lot of thousands of dollars
on lots of superfractors that have been released just this year.
Yeah, of course I'm saying that, and right below it you have a Katie Sackhoff autograph of 5 selling for $1,000. So I don't know, people still buying things.
I mean, it's a cool autograph.
It is a cool autograph. It's a cool card.
She puts a little more thought into it than Braso in terms of the SIG.
Yeah, that's true.
A little more eye appeal, perhaps, on that. But a cool card nonetheless.
So, yeah, there you go. Crazy stuff, BC.
I've got a couple other just, hey, would you look at that kind of sales? Now, I myself pulled just a beautiful of 75 of Ochi of Bastoon. Probably one of the most popular Star Wars characters to come out of the sequel trilogy, I would say. Yeah. I mean, everyone's talking Ochi of Bastoon these days. Is Ochi...
I believe he's dead when... He's dead at the time of that.
He's not really even in the movie.
There might be like a hologram image of him on the ship is what...
Yeah, but what people are saying is, let me pump my crappy card real quick. What people are saying is that like Ochi of Bastoon's probably going to get his own spin-off series that probably will catch the zeitgeist in the way that Ahsoka didn't, because the way Ochi of Bastoon is going to be written is just otherworldly great stuff. That being said, I don't think any of that's true, but it is a cool looking card. The of 75s are a neato wave kind of thing. And if you're interested, you could have picked up an Ezra Bridger for 15 smackarenos and save yourself the trouble of opening a box and getting an Ochi of Bastoon.
Yeah, not a. I'd say that's a fair price for an of 75 of Ezra Bridger, right? But your Ochi is probably worth about 60 times that.
It's probably 60. Just speculation alone.
I will say.
Can I ask you what? Just sorry to cut you off. At what point? What's an unreasonable price for an Ezra Bridger of 75 for you?
Probably $16.
That $1 more, I'm probably like, nah, I'm good. I'm good.
I mean, to be clear, I'm not buying that card for $15.
Yeah.
But,
is there an of 75 that you would buy for $15?
I haven't bought I have bought literally one card in the last 4 months, so it's hard for me to speak about things. I have forgotten what it's like to have disposable income. So I don't know. There probably would be, not from this set. By the way, what I'm trying to say is that our slideshow is just flickering on and off for no reason that I can discern. So listen, the cargo bay is it's on the fritz.
We're back, baby. We're back.
I'm gonna try smallerizing the window here. Let me shrink the window and see if that will somehow fix things.
Let's smallerize it.
It's just gonna flash on and off. And here we have a 2 tubes for 160 bucks for that superfractor. 2 tubes somehow not as popular as he should be. BC.
He's no Ochi of Bastoon, that's for sure.
That's for darn tootin' sure.
I just had that great moment in Andor when Luthen is like, it was tubes. He's my guy on the inside. He's like, what?
But probably 4 months ago, this card would have gone for $200, I would think, at auction.
It's a cool superfractor. I'm not a big tubes guy, but you know.
If you're cool not a big tubes guy, get those tubes tied. That's what
get your tubes tied if you're not a tubes guy.
2022 Masterworks.
Wait, hold it. What year did you just say?
2022 Masterwork, BC.
But isn't it almost the year 2024?
Oh, I guess it is.
Yeah, these are cards, I guess. Yeah, cards. Everyone's favorite set. Listen, the cargo bay, we don't like to yuck your yum, but I really do not like Masterworks as a product. I'm kind of like whatever on it. It's too expensive, and here's kind of what you're getting. These have started to show up, I think, because breakers are getting their hands on them, so it hasn't been released to the public, but there's breaks that are happening of this stuff already. And this is what it is. You know, you got your big old medallion-y kind of thing, your big manufactured piece of metal that just is driving the collectors crazy. You got to get my hands on that training droid with Ray on it.
That Ray smashes into a tree.
Yeah. You can see the auto. It's got the diagonal kind of cut on it.
I mean, I kind of like that, I guess. I don't know. Sorry, I am. My brain is flickering out, BC.
Flickering like our document.
I guess here's what I want to say, and then I'll be done. Interrupting is I know a lot of people love this set. This to me is ugly. It looks bad. It just doesn't look like it has anything to do with Star Wars to me.
No, it just looks like it's over-designed and made to feel like it is expensive, and you're somehow getting your money's worth by spending $350 or whatever on a box of this. At the end of the day, like, yeah, cool, I got the Mandalorian jetpack medal. Was that a $5 card? I wouldn't pay $5 for it, but I can see like, yeah, $5. That's cool. It's a big, heavy chunk of metal. That's cool. I get it. I don't know. Like, what we'll keep our eyes, obviously, on the sales of this stuff, but it's like, this is just ridiculously priced. I think it might be the last year of Masterwork? Question mark. I don't know. I kind of hope that it is, because it's like, hey, this is the ultra premium product with really thick cards and kind of over-designed, crappy looks on it. That being said, hey, I if you like it, right, fantastic. I just think I'm like, I want no part of any of this.
I guess what really bothers me about it, VC, is that to me, aside from actual sketch cards and actual works of art that are being put into these products, the idea of dressing up Star Wars trading cards as high art somehow, or like, you know, I understand there's value in some Star Wars cards, but that to me, it doesn't come from a place of like, you know what I think of when I think of art? I think of a new card of Din Djarin, a new photograph with some fake paint splotches kind of dabbed around the edges of the card. Welcome to my collection.
Ooh, might I show you around my Masterwork collection? Put on your white gloves if you wish to handle the cards. Yeah, it's so weird to me because I can only compare it to like baseball or football products, right? Where it's like, yes, we've got every level of entry in terms of pricing for a box, but these aren't gonna go up. Like to me, there's no way any of this ever goes up in value over time, right? Whereas like with baseball, at least people are like speculating on a career of like a rookie. You know, it's like, oh, I spent a crap load of money, but I pulled a really good rookie out of this super high-end product that could balloon over time. This is like, these are Star Wars characters. We're only ever really going to be in a pre-written drama that either occurred like 50 years ago or, you know, are in a TV show that people aren't really enthusiastic about. So it's like the price of buying into the box is like, hey, let's just do it kind of like we do sports cards and people can buy it. Which is why I'm always like, if you want a Mandalorian Masterwork card, just go buy it for $8. You know what I mean? As opposed to opening a box of this stuff at $350. Like, there's no justification for the price.
Yeah.
I don't think. Unless you hit big, which is always the gamble of anything you're going to open, right? It's like, oh, I did get a 1/1, or I did get a Harrison Ford. I'm the one person who didn't completely get crapped on with their box price, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, I agree, BC. Do you want to do an alternate take right quick? Masterwork. Sure. There it is.
Hey, look at that.
Looky there. It's what took it 2 years to come to fruition, do you think, BC?
Well, I think they had to figure out how they could make that rainbow effect so cool. They're like, we haven't quite nailed the great graphics on these. I have no idea what took them so long to do this. I do know there are relics from Rogue One that are in here, which is like cool. They're screen-used relics, I guess.
Okay, that's kind of neat.
I saw someone say it was a glass relic that was in a card, which I'm like, what does that even mean? You took glass out of what part of Rogue One and stuck it in a trading card? It's cool, I guess. Anything screen used is cooler than a manufactured jetpack card.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah.
Here's another classic AB critique. BC.
Bring it on.
This Mandalorian Masterwork card, the way the thing is just flickering in and out at random intervals, really, I mean, I feel like there's some symbolism in that.
And what might that symbolism be?
I don't want to face it, but hey.
Should we email Fanatics and give them our aesthetic criticisms? Just be like, because their customer service is like, no one cares. But like, what if we sent a really detailed email that was, we just have a few thoughts about, one, your design and how you're cropping your images and image selection.
I'm sure whoever is the professional in charge of these kinds of things would really appreciate that. Hey, excuse me, I have fluctuating back and forth between 330 and 275 subscribers on
YouTube. You might want to take me seriously.
All right, well, I'm gonna move on. Sorry to be an asshole. I just kind of felt like I don't know.
Here's the truth of the show, though, is that, and really, maybe we are kind of assholes.
Maybe that's true. It depends on the day.
I think so. It really does, and the time of day too. I think has a big effect on it.
We'll have a much less cynical episode when we do our Lord of the Rings.
It will be much less cynical
next week.
That's totally true. Yeah.
All right. Holiday box prices, BC. Wow. Wow, wow. Seems like
Wowie
those
wow.
chrome black hobby boxes have come on down.
Boy, what a deal it is now at $8. By the way, what is it? 3 cards, 4 cards? I
I
forget
think
what
it's
it is.
4. I think it's 4 card.
Oh, right. I don't want to short anyone one beautiful chrome black card. But yes, surprisingly, those prices are coming down because the product is dog doo.
Mm-hmm.
To me, the best buy on here is still flagship, baby.
Hey, had a fan of American Talkers reach out to me and said, "Hey, I got some store credit for this card shop, and I was wondering if there was anything Star Wars you could recommend." And I was like, no, I don't think there. I was like, I really don't think so. Prices are bad. And then I was like, wait a second. Hey, if they got flagship there, I can genuinely say you could buy a box of flagship and have a good time.
I'm such a fan of flagship.
Yeah.
We're so broke and cheap that I just love it for what it is. You get a big old wide card that might be of an image you love or don't love. Numbered cards are in there.
Yeah, good color in those boxes.
There's cool stuff.
There's a chance to get something cool like a one of one or a decent autograph. You're probably not going to, but you're probably not going to in your $150 box of Finest either. Although I will say, I watched a couple of openings. It does seem like most people were having better luck than you did on your box of Finest, BC. You know, there's enough chances for color and Finest to get.
You trying to tell me you're not jealous of this right here? Come on.
What's that character's name again?
Hold on. I know it off the top of my head. Padu. Here's the thing: the print of his actual name is not even clear if it's. I think it's Padu Churd. But it's hard to tell if the D's are O's or if the O's are D's. I'm going to stick with Padu Churd.
Who is a fishmonger. A fish chopper.
Yeah, he's not even a monger.
From him
he's not even the monger. He's just a fish chopper. Padu Churd, of course, like Ochi of Bastoon, probably going to be getting his series soon, so act while you can. That's an of 25. I'm taking best offers right now on my Padu Churd. You might get watched on your autos. Yeah. You might also be able to just pick up a Padu Churd of 25 for $4, which includes your shipping cost too.
I think that that's the story is why not spend $50 and have a good time ripping versus one of these other things that are expensive. $315 for a box of 2022 Masterwork. Wow.
Nah, I'm good. I mean, my holiday recommendation, probably don't buy Star Wars trading cards. buy like actual useful things. But if you are going to say, hey, I've got some extra money to throw around, get a box of the flagship and then buy like 10 cool singles for half the price of a box of Finest.
Hey, get yourself some vintage slabs, you know?
Get
yourself a PSA 6 instead of that. Well, I was about to say instead of an Ochi, but I mean, you want an Ochi. You want
the Ochi of the spoon. Yeah.
Well, moving on out of here to the poll we got up. You could give a grade to Finest. I think that's pretty self-explanatory. All right, moving on to the living set. Oh, by the way, if you want to find the poll, go to the community tab of our channel.
It's somewhere around here. It'll say community.
I don't even know if it's true that it's somewhere. I think you have to go to a different page and then hit community. But yeah, it's something.
Then to go to.
I think it's that way.
You know those professional people who are like, I know where to point on my camera to get people to click on the thing? Go to the community tab. It's somewhere around here.
Do a Google on where to find a community tab and apply that knowledge to our page, our channel, right. Topps Living Set. Vice Admiral Rampart. Talk about a red glare. What about those pips on that chest, baby?
The pippiest I've ever seen. And then we've also got Yana.
I say Yana. That's how I'll say it. Please correct me in the comments. Here's our Throwback Thursday cards, BC. These things are looking good, but I got another hot take.
Uh-oh. Put on your oven mitts, everybody.
Stop putting these planet names on these dang cards. They do it to match the baseball cards. I guess that's fine. I would honestly rather it just say Rebellion or Empire, though, to mimic a baseball team, because I don't think Lando Calrissian has that much of a connection to his home planet of Socorro.
I would rather they just keep the football team names on there, and
that would
be a funny
awesome.
thing that happens. If Han Solo played for a football team, who do you think he'd play for?
Probably the Raptors or whatever.
Probably the Raptors. And C-3PO, he's a Jacksonville Jaguar, probably.
Yeah, these are good looking cards.
The design is cool. There is a lot of like, how are we gonna squeeze the design and include what it originally was? Well, planet name's probably good.
Yeah, there's just been a lot of them. A lot of the, featuring the planet names, which again, with Han Solo, it's a little understandable because he is, Corellia is important to Han Solo. But I don't know. That's not the case with most characters. I gotta say, though, I've been critiquing things. The way that sand dune cuts C-3PO's shoulders in exactly the same place on both sides. Ooh.
Real sharp. Sharp. Hey, we take back everything we said about who's cropping the image on Masterwork because you made up for it on the Throwback Thursday set.
Yeah, that Lando card is very cool. Nice.
I think they're doing better work on their throwback sets than like their $300 box sets.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
I would easily rather get the equivalent retail price worth of throwback cards than a box of almost anything they're putting out. You know, like I'd rather spend my money on these
than buy a box of Masterwork and feel the pain.
This is gonna be really stupid, but this seems more adult than Masterwork to me. Like, I'm talking about Star Wars cards, but you know what? This seems. I don't know what I'm saying.
No, here's the deal.
It seems less insulting to me than give me $300 and I'll put some paint smudges around the edge of your card and call it a Masterwork.
I don't think it's stupid. I think it's been in line with basically the professional level that we both exhibited during this episode. That it is a perfect take for exactly. I 100% agree with you. Like, these are so much better than the garbage that they're putting on the front of a Masterwork card and trying to charge people $300 for. Like, they just look better.
Yeah.
All of the like, hey, print on demand, Throwback Thursday stuff looks better than pretty much every set they've released this year. I get that they get to like go back through the archives and be like, hey, these are like classic designs now that we can reuse. But I would still rather have that than what they're pushing now, which are doo-doo designs.
This is what I would love is a continuation of the Throwback Thursday, a continuation of Flagship. Give us a Flagship every year. And hey, next time you're designing new Star Wars cards, maybe take a little bit of the influence from these classic cards. Do something with kind of a minimal design. That it's odd that these old baseball cards look more Star Wars to me than something that is designed specifically for Star Wars.
They're so like of the era. Like, these are 1983 Return of the Jedi era. You know what I mean? So like it makes sense that it looks good on images from that time, as opposed to like we're going to throw light refracted prisms with, you know, beautiful geometric shapes around Mando.
And also I think part of the problem is like these sets mostly use images from the original trilogy. Occasionally just stills from other movies, I guess. I don't know. Throwback has used animated characters as well, but they usually come together in a set of animated characters. Am I wrong?
Yeah.
Part of the junkiness of current Star Wars cards is like, we're going to include a little bit from everything. But when we include something from the Bad Batch, it may be a character you've never heard of next to Luke Skywalker from Return of the Jedi, and that'll be the representation of the Bad Batch. I don't know. I would like to see sets a little more thematically united in 2024.
100, yeah, because they're like, hey, let's give someone something from Tales of the Jedi and Return of the Jedi and have a unifying border that ties it all together. Like, it doesn't work.
Yeah.
Like, you're trying, and I appreciate it, but those images are two completely separate things, and whatever border you're using doesn't work, in my opinion.
Okay, well, how about some pickups, BC? Why don't you pick up my mood with your pickups here?
Well, we gotta share the Omega 99. But I am slowly, I don't remember when I got these, but still slowly chipping away on the blue Starfield 77 series, PSA 7s. I got a couple more in. Always happy to get them. I'm slowly doing it. I'm not trying to... that was my excitement driving by. So I've picked up a couple more. I'm slowly working through it. I'm not trying to overpay for any of these things, so I'm taking the slow, patient approach because I don't think these are in sevens worth the price that a lot of people are asking on Facebook for buy it now prices. So just kind of playing the waiting game on these.
I feel you, BC. BC, you sent me a birthday gift, which is an addition to my collection. I have not put it up yet. I also have the Luthen that you sent me, which is also a highlight. But I did not remember to grab those for this episode, so I'll highlight those some other time.
Yes,
but they are both fantastic cards. Yeah. Well, that's exciting, BC. How many cards do you have in blue sevens now?
I think like 13, maybe.
Okay.
Something like that.
Nice.
Yeah. 13 of 66. A long way to go.
Yeah, a long way to go, but you're getting there. And hey, time just flies on by. Before you know it, you'll look at the clock. You'll be,
dead.
I don't know. You'll be dead, and you'll be more than halfway there.
Yeah, I'll be on my deathbed, and I'll say, I just needed one more PSA 7 to complete the set. And it will have been a life well lived.
Your obituary will make note of your greatest accomplishment.
He almost completed a PSA 7 1977 Topps Star Wars set.
At this time, estimated to have a worth of over $2,000.
What a legacy!
And some I don't know. I was gonna make fun of other cards again. I'll stop. Bye forever.
Did we do it? This is a classic like podcasting. Did we do it? Are we good? Did we do it? I think we nailed it.
Nailed what exactly?
Just being good at this.
Yeah, I think this is one of our better episodes. One thing about me, BC, is I am wildly inconsistent at everything I've done in my entire life. Like sometimes, like say I was playing a sport, BC.
Yeah.
I might have a game where I was on fire, played like I was a champ. Then I also might have one of the most doo-doo performances of all time, and there's no consistency whatsoever, just fluctuate between those two things, and that is true of everything that I do.
See, I feel that I'm similar, except I'm not like as inconsistent.
Uh-huh.
I'm much more consistent on being total crap for long periods of time, or really good for like at least short
Okay.
bursts.
Okay. I see.
So it's not like a day to day. It's like I'm in the stink for a while. I
Yeah.
think they call that depression. I'm not really sure. Or I'm performing at a higher level. So I don't feel like I was at my highest level today, but you got me through it, and I appreciate
I'm glad, BC.
it.
Well, you got me through. Uh, Sorry if we made fun of Masterworks and you like Masterworks.
We're all just stupid people talking about stupid things, but it does bring people together, which I do think is nice.
Nothing brings people together these days like Star Wars.
I've always said it's the great uniter, Topps Star Wars trading cards. And here we are right at the epicenter, bringing all you viewers together in the cargo bay.
Oh, man, wait until you see that screen flicker. I mean, it's not like you're going to watch it, but it is special.
Hey, I spend hours studying the game footage, going back saying, what could I have done better? What could I have said in this instance that would have surged our subscription rate through the roof? Clearly my work on the game film has not paid off very well, but it doesn't mean I'm not going to spend hours obsessing over my performance.
I'll tell you what I do, a little secret, BC. Sometimes I just cut out large swaths of what I said and throw it in the garbage.
Feel free to do that with anything I said.
Then we would not have a show.
Okay.
you have to be in the show.
Oh,
all right. Well,
yeah.
We'll be back next week with something.
Hey, we're gonna be back next week with the Two Towers,
Okay,
Lord of the
we're
Rings.
gonna commit. Yeah, let's commit. It's time for the holiday episode.
It is. It's December 7th already.
Ugh.
Ugh. Yeah. Ugh.
Is today the first day of Hanukkah?
I
think that may be true.
Maybe. I don't know. I'll look it up.
Bye-bye.
Find out. Shoop.